Greetings everyone, welcome to Token Nuggets. In this video, we have another rant session with friends of the channel, the usual suspects, JediK from Germany and Chibueze from London. We have our usual Newspicks, and this week, JediK's Newspeak is sport related by way of the Socios app. You might want to stick around for that. JediK also shares another token to add to his list of HODLer life tokens and a signal for a couple of upcoming projects. Chibueze also shares his insight on HAPI tokens from the last podcast session. Referral links are at the description of the video for coin lists and other central exchanges registration that you may need. Finally, please make use of the timestamps in the description of the video, just so you may go to the relevant section if you choose to. And as always, thanks for watching and thank you for your time. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another podcast from Token Nuggets. The usual suspects are here. We have JediK from Germany and we have Chibueze from London. We have introduced, well, the guys have introduced themselves over the past couple episodes, so they need no further introduction, but I'll just let them have their own brief intro. So we start this week with JediK. JediK, introduce yourself.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm back again. I'm JediK, and as I refer to myself, I'm just a crypto hobbyist, and it's always a pleasure being on the channel.
Thank you for that, JediK. Chibueze.
Hello, everyone again. Thanks a lot, everyone, for tuning in again. The guys are back again, and I'm here. Yeah, like I've always described myself as that guy who did cybersecurity and still does cybersecurity, and then stumbled on crypto. These days, I split my time between doing cybersecurity and watching currencies. Shortly after this, you're going to be seeing what I've been having on my watch list as well.
Excellent. Well, as per usual, we don't have any format per se, but we'll just go with the flow. We'll go with Newspeaks for the week. So stuff you might have missed. For this week, first news item would be something that was shared in another group. This is the news pick that I find interesting for this week. The lead here, the case against Bitcoin, according to Bank of America experts. The origin of this article, well-known organization, Forbes. We all know Forbes. Loads of readers, loads of people who follow them religiously, who listen to every word they say. So why are they putting out this article? Is this a FUD article? FUD. Again, that's another term that I think people should be familiar with. What is FUD? I have a link opened up here. And all I just put in here in Google search is FUD definition. And without even having to delve into any of this link, we'll just go with the good old basic Wikipedia. So let's understand what FUD is. FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt is this tactic used in sales, marketing, public relations, politics, polling, and calls. So FUD is generally a strategy to influence perception by disseminating negative and dubious or false information and the manifestation of the appeal to fear. We're not making any judgments here. We're just sharing token nuggets of information. Back to the news item here. Again, is this a FUD article? This article was published on March 18th, 2021, early in the morning, wherever they were, and it was published as a breaking news. And so why are they saying this? So, okay, we'll delve into the article. Okay. We're not going to waste a lot of time just going through that, but I'll point you to something very interesting here. So all of this are quotes and statements from sources. However, the conclusion bit is very interesting because for an article that seeks to make a case against Bitcoin, it actually does close in a rather very interesting way. So Bitcoin prices surged more than 2,000% in 2017 as pioneering crypto brokers like Coinbase helped make cryptocurrency trading mainstream, but prices tanked more than 80% the following year as countries like clamped down on the space with heightened regulation. So that is the conclusion. It concludes with a surprising fact. So let's pay heed to that. And how has Bitcoin been performing? Interesting. So that leads us to the flip side of this article. Another case to be made by another popular fellow called Dan Held. So there's an article here in Cointelegraph. He makes a case for Bitcoin. Total opposite of that particular article. And guess what? The data released a day after. And Cointelegraph, for any sort of crypto enthusiast, you have access to Cointelegraph on the regular. I'd advise people to have a look at that. I'm not sure if we can play some of that here, but have a look through on the YouTube channel. It's really interesting. But the article also is interesting. So it just goes against the previous article from Forbes, which to me is just a bit of an interesting one, shall I say. So that's my newspeak. I shan't rant too much on that. And we have some exciting news from JediK. JediK, you're going to talk to us about Socios.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I'm sure quite a few of you have heard before. We mentioned Chilis in one of the previous episodes. But who is behind Chilis? It's the Socios project, so to say. And then their native coin is the Chilis, which we also did some. I think we did some staking on Binance and so on. So some farming on Binance, which was good. So now Socios basically is the way, or I'll say it's a solution for most of our sports clubs during the whole COVID period to also raise funds. So basically they now partner mostly with football clubs for the fans. And then these football clubs then have their native tokens. And on socios.com and on the app, you can interact, you basically buy to be part of the club or a part owner of the club. And they have some interesting aspects on the app itself where you can get into the locker room, give your input. And it reminds me of when we were growing up, and I'll see some mad fans where they'll be saying, we just bought this player, or I'm going to sell that player. Yeah. And I kept asking them, how many shares do you have in that club? 0. Yeah, I used to annoy the hell out of them with that comment. But actually, this is an opportunity where you can look me back in the face and say, yep, I own this. I own a part of this club, and that's why I can say it. Right. So yeah, this week there's a big announcement from them right there on the screen. Man City right now is on board with Socios, and I see more and more clubs coming in. We've had the AC Milan get on there, Paris Saint-Germain was also in there. So yeah, the next big one is Man City.
I think that's one we should emphasize to the viewers as well. Good call from JediK on this one, because this is fresh, hot off the press kind of thing. Do you want to talk about the app and how people can avail themselves aside of getting the token, so folks know how it works generally? Maybe that's one we can do a deep dive after you used it, so that people can have a feel of how it feels to own it.
So basically, I can just give a brief overview, and then maybe later in the pinned comment and put more. So basically what you have on the app, on the Socios app, is you have the locker room. You can talk football, gaming, basketball, and then go into chat rooms, or the locker rooms as we call them, with your Chilis coins. You can also get them right here on the app rather than buying on an exchange. So it works the same way. Then they have games and rewards. You have the quizzes, and you also get coins from participating, right? And they also have one other thing which is good, is you get cash back basically for supporting your own club. So so you buy club merchandise, you get some cash back from it. So for example, you have 20% cash back on the Trabzonspor merc, Apollon merc, also cash back, 20% on OG merc, and so on. So it helps to actually boost this part of sports and sport entertainment when it comes to the COVID effect and actually interacting with more fans across the globe, on this platform. So that's excellent. And last thing they also have on the app, which you might be wondering, okay, so apart from buying the coins and using the coins to interact in these arenas like the locker rooms, they also have a daily token hunt, where basically you take your phone, you use your phone to search within the area you are and pick up tokens on the street. you know. So,
literally.
Yeah.
Like we had in the good old Pokemon days.
Yeah, like we had in the good old Pokemon days. So,
Interesting.
Where's Pokemon gone? Is it back here? Or is it back?
I wonder.
Yeah, who knows? So this is really nice with this app. So it makes it interesting, and the good thing is the value of the coins or tokens you get when you do this daily hunt is real value. It's what you will also get if you bought it on an exchange.
Fantastic. Thanks for that. It's worth going to their Medium page. Folks who want to do some more digging, do some more research, understand what the setup is like. Check this out. Have a look. The Medium page. A good call on that. This is fresh up the press. I think we should, now that we've shared their stuff about Manchester City, I think we should give them a good old tweet. Good call on that, JediK. Give them a tweet. Excellent. So I think we'll just go into what Chibueze was going to dive into for his pick from last week. I think that's what we should do. And then we'll now go back to your HODLer tokens, JediK, because I know you have a couple gems to share this week as well.
Oh yeah, as always, it's the HODLer live.
Yeah. So Chibueze, your task from last week was to help do a brief mini deep dive kind of thing onto HAPI token.
Right. Yeah. Sure. I didn't mention HAPI token last week, and then I had only just mentioned it briefly, and then I had to go back to actually get some kind of details, just to look deeper into exactly what they are doing. And as someone who's got some interest in cybersecurity, I think we all are, and we all should actually. The crypto space is a lot of I say it's more like the wild west, and it's a lot different from what used to be, say, 2-3 years ago. And I think a lot of things are happening, and there's a lot of dangerous guys out there. What I've always been concerned about, now we don't really have some sort of regulation or some sort of insurance or exactly how to make sure that things are secure. And I've always wondered if there will be some guys who can jump into this space. In fact, this HAPI token I'm talking about, I think it's a token that actually drew my attention to it.
Yes, I remember we had a chat about what it means to sort of secure the space with all these rug pulls happening and everything. So we thought, there must be a product out there that seeks to do this. And HAPI token came across our radar at the time, because we work in cybersecurity, project management, like JediK and all of that. So all of these things would come to the fore within the blockchain space at some point. So it is essential that we pick. So why we're delving into this token, just to see how it may potentially disrupt the space. So hence why Chibueze is picking this up. Yeah,
exactly. And I think within the crypto space, I think DeFi is definitely one everyone is talking a lot about. DeFi, about how finances are done. HAPI, they are actually making huge claims. Things like they want to protect sex from accepting stolen funds. Some aspects of what they claim to do is, I don't know exactly how they're going to achieve that. Knowing how noisy the whole space is. These are guys everyone definitely needs to pay attention to. And then I want to see moving forward. And I do see they have a couple of they've mentioned the HACKEN Foundation guys, who are some Estonia-based company that's also partnered with the other exchanges. I see them working with FTX, Liquid and One Ledger and all those other guys.
Let me find that. What did you call them again?
HACKEN Foundation. So these guys, they just came on my radar after when I was researching HAPI. So they seem to know what they are doing. They've mentioned some partnership they are into. You can see on the website where they have blockchain security specifically mentioned.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Oh wow.
So I think
fantastic.
So exactly.
And again, we do this as well, so we can understand what it means for on an enterprise level for that. That's fantastic. Excellent. Excellent.
I think people should pay attention to HAPI, and then I want to really, in fact, I want them to succeed with what they are doing. I want them to succeed.
And it is interesting because I've just discovered that their token is kind of considerably. Look at that.
Yes.
Jeez. You should have mentioned this last week, Chibueze. Oh man.
Trust me, I just stumbled on them because last week I hadn't done a lot of research on them. So you can see them, you can see Get.io mentioned.
Are you saying HAPI projects are linked to these guys?
Yeah. So what they've mentioned on their site is that they've partnered with these guys. So
okay. So let's look at let's have a brief look at their Medium page here. Just skim read. I mean, we'll leave a link to this at the bottom of the description of the video, the diverse use cases and all of that. People can read through and have a look through. But it is interesting. This is their ties with the HACKEN Foundation.
That's right.
Okay, excellent. So HAPI is the first project to be launched by the HACKEN Foundation, which will manage business development direction for HAPI. The HAPI tech team has successfully passed an in-depth due diligence by HACKEN and will focus on developing the product itself. Excellent. Interesting. Very interesting. Good call on that one, Chibueze. This is HACKEN, and who are they? And I'm sure you've done your. I trust you on that.
Yeah, they're in Estonia. There are lots of really good guys who know what they are doing that do cybersecurity and IT in Estonia. Like, they are known. Have some repute and
that's the CEO. What's his background? The CEO. Who is he? Dima Budarin, ACCA. Okay. Who is the CTO? This will interest us. Because we need somebody technical to be CTO. Pen test and crowdsource security as a service. Fantastic. So that's the ethos of HACKEN as a business, yeah? Crowdsource security as a service. Fantastic. See, we're having all of this migrated to the blockchain, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, bug bounty, penetration testing, blockchain of security audits, just as stated on the website. Fantastic. Good call on that one. Okay. Any other sort of tip? Are you going to be keeping an eye on this? How is HAPI performing, by the way? This is how HAPI Token is
eyes on them, I'm holding HAPI, so I'm going to hold that with my dear life. So
okay, interesting. But of course, you have to always slot in the caveat. This is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. We're sharing nuggets of information as we do. It is important to also note that the circulating supply at the moment, 8%. Fundamentals stack up, but it came out of the trap at 104 at a high upon launch. It's in the usual volatility we're all too familiar with. And of course, it had another high of 171, had another dip. Now appears to be retracing, but it's currently at 154.7. Well, interesting one. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Sure.
Good call, Chibueze. Well done. Thank you for that. Excellent. So, JediK, we're excited again to hear about your picks for this week. I think I had a screen show up the first one, COTI. Do you want to kick us off with what you've got?
Yeah, right. So just a quick one. So I was looking at COTI as part of the HODLer Life. So what I also do is I try to check up on the tokens we've spoken about, the low caps, and say I've been talking with Token Nuggets now on having like a special previous month recap to see how these tokens are doing. So hopefully early April, we should look at what we discussed in March. However, going back to COTI, there was this news article, where COTI was being spoken about with the CEO of Simplex.
Okay.
So it was basically, I looked more into what they were planning to do. So now they're talking about, they already have, I think, the integration with Apple Pay. They are now talking about having the bank accounts as well and the cards. Okay. So basically, it makes life easier. So it's also about
this is the article, yeah.
Yeah, that's them on the Medium page.
Yep.
So you have COTI debit cards, right? Because most of what we've been seeing with the exchanges is partnerships with Visa.
And by the way, guys, Simplex is what they're looking into. Simplex has been in the crypto fiat on ramp arena for a while, so I want to keep an eye on as well. Yeah. Okay, carry on.
So this one, and then I checked this. Now, if you go to the chart when this happened, so COTI has been moving up steady. It's more like a slow, steady. It just jumped.
Another shameless spike there, yeah.
Yeah. So after this dip, the dip just before that big spike, there was the interview, and then it went back up. So the interview was on 18th or...
What date was the interview? I think
it was on the 18th.
Okay. So what we had on the
after
18th, it was 39 cents on the 18th, yeah?
Look at it now. It went back
Now
up.
it's
It rallied.
back up, yeah. That's just the news effect, psychological effect, news effect, investors, FUD, whatever.
FOMO and all that.
Yeah, FOMO and all that, yeah.
And what they also have quite well is the approach COTI also took now. I think what they're saying is basically they'll be given a 6 months preview for their plans. So the milestone. If you go to their site, yeah, you can. It's right there on the COTI.
Let's even have a gander on the website as well. Yeah, the ultimate power grid of payments. So like there was something I shared with a few folks as well, that there's a big sort of competition, shall I say, within that space. You know, people who are looking to, well, organizations and projects who are looking to integrate fiat and cryptocurrency, you know, as a payment solution kind of thing. It is interesting, and that space is going to be one to keep an eye on. Good call on this one too, JediK. Any main tips to look out for here? Any sort of attractions here to check out?
So now they're doing this 6 months release, right, of the roadmap. Yeah. And if you scroll down here, you see all the stuff they need to do.
Yeah. And how have they performed in Q1? Is this for 2021?
This is 21.
Okay, so Q1, we're still here.
We're still here, but what did I tell you about Apple Pay?
Yeah.
And COTI Pay? They already, it's like more or less done and dusted, but it was planned for Q2.
Oh, fantastic stuff. Fantastic. And one thing I've spotted here actually that excites me is this.
Cardano.
Yeah, the Cardano Shelley launch. Nice. That excites me actually. Okay, excellent.
So yeah, I see them doing good here.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah. So COTI is one to look out for as well, guys. Again, not financial advice. We're just sharing info that's out there that you might have missed. Excellent, JediK. Any other calls from you for this week?
Yeah, just a quick heads up for those who are also looking into ICOs and so on. So just two things to look at this week. So we have both ICOs are actually going to go on sale on the same platform. So
which one?
So we have Casper Labs. So Casper is for now only available on the CoinList. Of course, I went down the rabbit hole as usual, like what is CoinList, what's their whole program or message about, and basically CoinList is trying to get coins to the little players as well, to spread it around as much as possible.
Sort of like a Robin Hood of crypto.
Yeah, share it around, and so you can get some good initial coin offerings here. So you can pass through their KYC, which is pretty fast. I can tell you now the site it's getting heavy.
Yeah.
Because yesterday there was a lot of traffic, and because people were getting on board with this. So it's something if you're interested in, you can get it. If you're going in for the option 1, basically you buy it at I think that's 10 cents. No, sorry, 1 cent.
No, this is initial.
Yeah, so it's 0.015. So that's 1.5 cents.
Yeah, 1.5 cents essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you have to know here is that you're going to have it in a locked period, right? So there's the lockup period of I think if you're buying it at 1 cent, lockup period is going to be 1 year. There's the option for 40 days, and then there's another option for 4 months, is it? With different prices. You just need to go on the site, register, and make sure you have the currencies to make the purchase in your wallet. Because the sales open, option 1 is on March 23, option 2 on March 25, option 3 on March 26. So see what fits you, do your own research, and good luck.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks for that.
Still on CoinList, we have another one coming in on April 1st. It's no April Fools. But there's
All right. All right.
yeah, it's called rally. The concept about rally is basically with this, we can all or without having technical know-how set up your own cryptocurrency. Of course, it's going to be tethered to your rally tokens that you have in your pot, and then you can use it as shares in your building or in your apartment or your artwork, whatever you want.
It's tokenization, really.
Yeah.
Tokenize everything.
So imagine what web publishing app came on then that really broke down, dumbed down the building of websites. So it's something like that. That's what we're seeing now.
On this, I see. Yes. That's essentially what Socios is doing to football, to sports.
Yeah. Now Rally is going to do that to digital currencies. You just get on with this and you're fine. So it's also in there. You can register. That's the price for one Rally, 0.976. And then you have 15 million.
Interesting. And can't participate. Canada, China, US, non-accredited investors. What I really would say is always do your own research into these tokens as well, because we must always have at the back of our minds that no project is immune to a rug pull. No project is immune to a hack. There was one we spoke about a hack, a rug pull last week. There was another one that we should. By the way, JediK, just to sort of just sound a word of caution and warning to people as well. Generally, when they're looking at investing and thinking about to be circumspect about things generally. Mm-hmm. So this is another rug pull that happens. A Binance-Based DeFi project, TurtleDex, Rugpulls converts 9,000 stolen BNB in ETH. All of this funds that's gone. That's quite a bit of money. All of that fund, that's people's money, people's investments that someone's made off with. So we need to be cautious. We need to pay attention to things. Again, as always, don't put in more than you can afford to lose, kind of thing. Have a sense of having to do your own due diligence, kind of thing. So with all of this coin, so it doesn't come across like we're shilling crypto, kind of thing. Look at all that. And again, remember, if you're going in, there's always the minimum and the maximum cap. So, usually those folks will go for the minimum. For some who don't even have that, will ignore it. And, fair enough. Yeah, always have that at the back of your mind. And yes, so JediK, good call. So that's COTI and Rally, yeah? And both are available on CoinList, I take it?
Casper and Rally.
I beg your pardon. Casper and Rally.
Casper, yeah, that's right.
Have we looked at? Okay, we looked at Casper, yeah, and we looked at Rally. We also looked at COTI. Yeah, excellent. So COTI, look at the ecosystem. They're huge. They are huge. Look at that. So that space isn't crowded. I know there's a lot of room, but of course the wheats will be separated from the chaff, as they say, eventually. Keep an eye on your bag and secure your bag, as they say. Thanks for that, guys. Chibueze, any other sort of nuggets from you as well?
I think I'll end mine today with the HAPI.
HAPI token. Really. Okay, so let's see where HAPI is currently as we speak. Currently, HAPI is 147.87. Any parting words from JediK then?
Good to be on Token Nuggets, where we chill. COTI, DOTI, don't dilly-dally like Rally, or else you're gonna get up with Ghost Casper.
JediK.
We'll be here all night. All right, nice one, JediK. Chibueze, last words from you.
Right. Thanks everyone for listening. I'm just going to leave you guys with asking you guys to keep your eyes out there. It's dangerous out there. When I say it's dangerous, it's really dangerous out there. Always do your research. Always do your due diligence, and don't lose your money. Don't lose your money. But if you've got some money, what you don't want to do, you don't want to lose it. Just look out there and then don't be too emotional about things. We're just sharing what we know. Just look, take care of yourselves. That's what I will pass with.
Excellent. Well, thank you guys. We'll catch you again same time next week. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe, and of course, share your own nuggets of information in the comment section. Thank you for watching again. Thank you for your time. Always take profit. Don't get wrecked. Token Nuggets out. Peace.